guys, welcome to my channel. I'm really excited to share this exploding happy mailbox with you. I'm really excited about the role that I feel like I'm on. I was going through a little bit of a rough patch there trying to just get my happy mail crafty mojo in order, and now I finally feel like I've got it back because I'm trying something that I don't do commonly, because usually I do flip books or envelope flip books or something like that. And that was just, it was getting the best of me. It was eating me away a little bit because I was trying to do the same thing over and over again. And I just needed something new to shake it up a little bit. So I always follow Kira's tutorial. I'll link that down below like I usually do. I've recently made 2 of these. I think I posted one last week and one the week before because, like I said, I'm on a roll. So here I'll kind of explain what I'm doing. I have 2 12 by 12 papers that are only one-sided, and I scored them at 4 and 8 inches, and then cutting off the corners and making little slits in the middle so it can fold together. And yes, I'm using a popsicle stick. I'm still looking for the tool for this because I lost it. But I have some time off this summer. I have 2 weeks off, and we're going on a road trip out east. We're in Canada, out east. And so we're going there for just over a week. And then the other week that I have off, I'm going to clean my scrappy room and all that fun stuff. Maybe I'll do a scrap room tour then. Anyway, so I had to do 2 papers like that, and then I hot glued them together. Now, before the last time I didn't have a double-sided paper, I had to use 2 one-sided papers, and I glued them first and then scored them. But I just found the paper was just way too thick, so I did it separately. This is going to be the inside. It's a 9 by 9 paper, and I'm scoring at 3 and 6. And then I'm just going to cut out the, kind of the outsides of the square. You'll see. I don't even have to watch a tutorial anymore. I've got it memorized because it's so simple, so straightforward. The measurements are really easy, and the cuts. I used to use my silhouette, so I'd use like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a die cut. Oh, I can't think of the word. After this video, I probably will. Anyway, so I used to use my silhouette to make one, and it's definitely not as nice as this one is. So there you go. It's bigger and it's just nicer. So this is a paper that's 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and I scored at 1 inch, turn it, 1 inch, turn it, so on. And then kind of, there'll be squares on each corner, and you kind of snip one side of the square. Anyway, watch the tutorial that Kira made, and it'll all make sense. And yeah. So there's my box. I'm pretty happy with it. I am using the Amy Tangerine Finders Keepers collection. I absolutely adore this collection. I love the colors. I think it's so cute. And the pictures are so fun, all the icons and everything. So I can't get enough of it. I know it's an older collection, but you know what? I've gotten some newer collections of different brands. I'm not saying Amy Tan or anything. I love Amy Tangerine. But I've gotten different collections that are newer. I'll buy like the newest thing, and then I fall back to the older ones. I'm like, no, I still like this specific one more, whatever it is. And I find that in the Amy Tangerine collection, I just love the Finders Keepers collection. And even though I have some of her newer collections, I'm still drawn to this one. And that goes with Maggie Holmes too. Like, I'm drawn to her Bloom collection more than any of her other collections. I love Maggie Holmes. She's my favorite designers out of them all, but I find myself going back to the older ones, which is okay. I think that's why they come out with new ones, because you figure out which one you like, and there's a variety in that way. So back to what I'm doing. I cut a little triangle to make a pocket, and I use that house to put on it, and actually I used a yellow heart from the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams collection from the chipboard. So I like to find little things here and there from other collections that match. Just because, I don't know, I think it makes it different than you're not only using the one collection. I do better when I only use one collection rather than just putting everything together. But I find myself, I find that I can get a little bit more different than the next person of a project if I use a little bit of something else from a different collection. So, yeah, so out of this collection, I only have the 12 by 12 paper pad, the ephemera pack, and the clear stickers, which is fine. It's plenty for me. The 12 by 12 paper pads are always so big. Does anyone else ever find that? Like, I'm not complaining. There's just so many papers, and I feel like I'm never going to use them up. I feel like I'll need to buy so many more ephemera packs to, like, be able to use up all the paper, if that makes sense. But if I buy the individual papers and they're double-sided, which is great, but then, like, I need to buy 2 of them. And then by the time I'm buying, like, 2 of each paper, or even 1 of each paper, it's like, well, I might as well have bought in the paper pad, right? So I get the paper pad and I have an abundance of paper and it's fantastic. And then I can use it up on projects like this where it uses lots of paper, which is super fun for me because I like to use up my stuff and I find when I use up my stuff, I feel more refreshed in my creative outlet. As when I don't use it, then I just feel so sad because I'm not using my favorite things. So, and especially when I use it all on myself, I'm like, oh, I kind of want to share it. Because when I first got into scrapbooking, I'm like, I don't want to use up my good stuff on pen pals. But there's like everything's good and you want to share it. It's just so much fun to share. Also, just stay in your stash, then I'll feel even worse about it. So anyway, back to what I'm doing. I made a little envelope using my We Are Memory Keepers punch board. It's the little gift card one, 2x3 or whatever it is. And okay, moving on to the next flap. That's right, my battery died. He didn't miss anything though. Moving on to the next flap. This is not my favorite one, but that's okay. Not everyone can be your favorite. And I think it's like going out of focus or something. Sorry about that. It's not terrible, but it's not great. That's kind of weird. So this is kind of like a black and gray and gold themed one and just like a little cluster, which I think is fine. And I think here I'm going to make some little pockets. And I'm going to use my circle punch to kind of make a little indent on the top of the pocket so that you can see that it is indeed a pocket. And what else? Oh yes, I'm going to put a little cut-apart on it. This collection, this paper pad came with a lot of cut-aparts, 3 different types of sheets times 2, so 6 different cut-apart pages, all different types and sizes, a nice variety, which is awesome because then it feels like you have more ephemera or something, which is super great. So I'm just kind of decorating that pocket, and it will kind of look different and more full once I fill it with the stuff I want to give to my pen pal. I finally have gotten rid of a lot of my pre-made mail because all winter I just made like tons of mail, and then I just had this big pile of mail that needed to go out, but I had no one to go to. So I've finally gotten most of it out of my stash and I can like rebuild up that pile of mail, and I think that's really exciting. It's exciting when you're getting low because that means you can make more. Yay. And Maggie Holmes is coming out with a new collection soon. Okay, this video will be up in like July. And right now it's the middle of June. It's like June 16th, June 17th. So we just found out a couple days ago that Maggie Holmes is coming out with a new collection called Carousel, and it's super cute. And I definitely want to do a series on that new collection because I want to get a lot of that stuff. I think it's going to be really fun and cute. And anyway, but by the time this video goes up, because I post them way ahead of time, I make them way ahead of time and then I schedule them for later on so that I have enough content. So by the time this is up, it's probably going to be like middle, end of July. And I might have it in my hands by now. Yay! That's so exciting. Yeah, I think it's supposed to come out sometime in July. At least it's supposed to ship to stores and then go from there, get into my hands. That little bird is from the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams collection. I was using the chipboard to elevate that cut apart, and then I saw that bird and I thought it matched perfectly, so I had to put it on. And now I'm going to put some enamel dots on and the final touches, and then you'll see some pictures and a little look-see through. So I hope these videos are inspiring you, and I know a lot of people say that with the exploding box Happy Mail, it costs a lot of money to ship, and I totally get that. I'm in Canada, shipping is so expensive. But I think if you have a couple pen pals that are really dear to you rather than a lot of pen pals that you're not like that close with, I think having a smaller amount that you're close with is more special, and then it gives you more reason to pay those shipping fees because it means I don't know, it means a lot to you to send them mail and vice versa. And here's some still shots. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend and week, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.